Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to That's Football. It's the second night of the Champions League. It's Atletico Madrid against Man City. It's Liverpool against Benfica. And, look, we could end up with three they dream on. Three La Liga teams here. I don't think we will. I think we'll end up with Manchester City and Liverpool joining Villarreal and Real Madrid in the semi-finals of the Champions League. But who knows? We might get a bit of a surprise. I hope you're all doing very well. I must admit, I could have been live at quarter two, but I was just laughing at the chat, like the power of these people going, he's never on time. Oh, he's having a naff. Can't be bothered, Bridge. And I was just like, you know what? I think I will just go and get a bit of chocolate and take a bit of time because it's a powerful thing, isn't it? It's a powerful thing having people in the chat moaning but still waiting. But you know what? On a serious note, thanks everyone for tuning in again. It was a really good stream last night. Thankfully I don't support Chelsea, otherwise I think I'd just be completely gutted about that. Leo says you sound better. I think what's happened is, without being too blunt, the nasal problem has dried up, so therefore I'm just left with the headache and a bit of a croaky throat now. So I'm on the mend. But it's not been very nice. And you just got to be very careful. There's a lot of illness out at the moment, and So there we go. How are we all doing? Hope we're all doing very well. I'm looking forward to this. We're going to go through the team news. Look, people seem to think I've got a problem with La Liga doing well. There's nothing I'd like more than La Liga to do well over the next few weeks. I'd love Villarreal to knock Real Madrid out, and I'd love Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid to knock Man City out. But I think it's looking very likely that we're going to see a Liverpool versus Manchester City final. Of course, Liverpool will play the winner. Will play Villarreal if they hold on to this 3-1 lead against Benfica tonight. And Man City will play Real Madrid if they beat Atletico Madrid tonight. So the team for Atletico Madrid: Oblak, Llorente, Savic, Felipe, Mandeva, Lodi, Koch, Kondobia, Lemar, and João Felix and Griezmann as the front two. Then Man City have gone with Ederson, Walker, Stones, Laporte, Cancelo, De Bruyne, Rodri, Gundogan, Mahrez, Foden and Bernardo Silva. It's a very strong Man City side, but it's not like they wouldn't be strong. But obviously Man City have got three very big games. Liverpool with that 3-1 lead, little bit less. But if you think about Man City, played Liverpool in the league on Sunday, Madrid tonight, and then Liverpool at Wembley on Saturday. 3 games in 6 days. And to be honest with you, maybe they moan about it, they just haven't got any fans. But I know if that was Manchester United, we would be moaning like mad about that. I mean, I'd love to be moaning about it. I'd love to be moaning about 3 massive games in 6 days. We've got Norwich. We're playing Norwich. 1 game in 7 days. So I'd love to be moaning about that. But it is a challenge for Man City. Liverpool twice and Atletico Madrid. I hope we see a different Atletico Madrid tonight. I mean, I certainly think Man City are a better side. I don't think anybody can deny that. They're a better side. But no, it was good fun. You know what? Actually, I feel I came across a little bit a bit arrogant before. I think I should just tell the truth. The reason I was late is, and I've got to say, this is a freebie that I don't normally get. The reason I was late is, a few days ago, I got tagged into a tweet of Mark Goldbridge against Harry Maguire on wrestling, WWE 22, and I tweeted it. And then I got a message from somebody who works in gaming saying, do you want a code for the game? And I was like, well, I don't really know. And then they told me how you download all these people. So obviously I couldn't do FIFA this afternoon because I wasn't feeling great. So I downloaded this game on PS5, the wrestling game, and I've downloaded Goldbridge, Sean Dyche, and I've just been doing loads and loads of wrestling fights between Goldbridge and Sean Dyche and Harry Maguire, like Hell in a Cell and all that. Just been pretty addicted to it for the last couple of hours. So, that's why I was a little bit late, because I was doing Hell in a Cell between Conor McGregor, Gordon Ramsay, Mark Goldbridge and Sean Dyche. I should have streamed it. So it was Gordon Ramsay, Conor McGregor, Mark Goldbridge and Sean Dyche, Hell in a Cell. It was just great. And I did a Royal Rumble this afternoon as well. So it was good fun. Some people are saying they'd like to watch it. Maybe I'll stream it. I'm not actually that good at the game yet, but maybe I will stream it. But yeah, that's why I was a bit late. And yeah, I mean, it's quite therapeutic actually. But there we go. Right. Get this on Twitch, says Christopher. Please do subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. We're on the road to 650k. We're not on 646k. We're on the road to 650k. I don't know what we're doing, but let's have a look here. But yeah, I'm hoping Atletico Madrid do deliver tonight. It would be massive if they could make it competitive. Not an easy thing for them to do. Man City are a very good side. I'm just hoping that some home advantage will deliver. I think what Atletico Madrid will do is I think they will still look to keep it tight and go from there. So we're 1,000 subscribers away from 650,000. We're on 648,900 at the moment. So please do subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Let's see if we can do this. Please don't overthink it, says Hydri. Who does everyone want to win? Do you want Man City or Atletico Madrid to win? Let me know in the chat. I want Atletico to win. I want Benfica to win as well. But Benfica, we will have an eye on the Benfica game for you. One thing I didn't do is I didn't give you the team news for that game. So Liverpool line up with Alisson, Gomez, Konate, Matip and Tomiskas, Keita, Milner and Henderson, Jota, Firmino and Diaz. He has rested a lot of players, obviously with the FA Cup in mind. He can make 5 substitutions if he wants to. So he's got Van Dijk, Fabinho, Mane, Salah, Robertson, Trent I think is on the bench as well. Yeah, he's got all his good players on the bench, but he has gone with a weakened team. So maybe that sort of gives Benfica a glimpse. Maybe some people would say it's a little bit disrespectful from Liverpool. I don't necessarily think it is. I think it's quite a clever thing to do. But they're not as strong, Liverpool, as they could be. Of course, Man City are as strong. And we will have the semi-final, FA Cup semi-final between Liverpool and Man City on this channel on Saturday as a watch-along as well. So make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We're just about to start this match here. Hopefully we get a game like last night. I don't think we will. I must admit, last night I wasn't actually feeling that great. And as much as it was a good game, I probably didn't enjoy it as much as I should have done. But it was still a great game. I think I feel more compos mentis today. Hey Mark, do you think Tuchel's comments on the ref's actions last night during and after the game were justified, says Max? Look, I think if you're a Chelsea fan, you're going to feel very hard done by. But I think ultimately the trouble with that is there's no room for error. You're winning 3-0 with 10 minutes to go. You've pulled off one of the greatest comebacks in recent Champions League history. And then Modric produces something world-class because he's world-class. And basically you're out. I know that wasn't the goal that put you out, but that's what it was all about, really. So I don't think Tuchel and Chelsea can have many complaints. They played fantastically well. They almost played the perfect game. They played the perfect 80 minutes, and then Modric did something world-class. I do think the ref was a bit of a home banker. Do I think it was to the detriment of Chelsea? I don't think it was a handball, but you're never going to get that overturned. I don't think the officials really were the reason that Chelsea didn't make it through. I think the reason Chelsea didn't make it through was Luka Modric. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But Atletico Madrid have started off quite well here, very energetic, and that's what you want to see. Make it a hard game for Man City. I rate Man City, but I still think they're beatable. They're a weird team, Man City. They're clearly one of the best teams in the world, but I do think they're beatable. Chelsea will just have to focus on the FA Cup now. That's going to be a massive game against Crystal Palace as well. That's a nice ball into João Felix, and Kyle Walker does well to head it back to keeper. Villarreal with a big shot, yes. Yeah, we'll be keeping an eye on Liverpool and Benfica as well. Liverpool have rested a lot of players, but they're 3-1 up. And they wouldn't be expecting to lose 3-0 at Anfield. So I think Liverpool and Klopp have made a calculated risk, not a calculated error, because they'll be good enough not to lose 3-0. I'm pretty sure of that. Simeone is elite, says Callum. Where can I see the match, says Kelly. It's on BT Sports in the UK, mate. Please do subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. We're only 100 away from 649,000 on the road to 650. Simeone, he'll be passionate. Mark, would you put prime Modric or prime Ronaldo in this United team, says Oz? Oh, is it either or? Okay, I thought I was going to say I'll take both. Fucking hell. We've got McTominay and Fred in the midfield. And prime Ronaldo is going to be better than normal Ronaldo. I do think you'd have to take prime Modric because Manchester United's midfield gets beat most games. So Christian says Atletico kill football with 8 defenders. I tell you what, I'd rather watch Real Madrid play Atletico Madrid in a Champions League final than watch Man City play Real Madrid. I think that would be a really exciting semi-final. Thing is, even if Atletico Madrid did beat Man City, and I don't think they will, that would be 3 La Liga teams in the semi-final and probably Liverpool, and I still think the Premier League will win. I think Liverpool will win the Champions League or Man City TTV, yeah. Yeah, I do. Thanks, Macrina. Yeah, Formula 1 will be back a week on Sunday, won't it? That's a nice ball by Atletico Madrid here. They have got a 4v3. I think he's took too long. Oh, I tell you what. They've been in the box a couple of times, Atletico Madrid here. It's been a good start by them. Obviously, Man City know if they get a goal. They've got a 4v4 here on the break themselves. It's lovely play by Mahrez. It's very lovely play by Mahrez. And he nearly slipped in. Well, now it's Atletico Madrid on the attack. Good ebb and flow to this game at the moment. Good tackle there. Ref says play on. How are you, Mark? Says Jay. I'm not too bad. My throat's a bit croaky, but it's not hurting, which is the main thing. Woke up at 5 o'clock last night. I felt really bad. But, yeah. Kimmich or Fabinho, who's better? Says Lewil. Well, I prefer Kimmich, but people will go, yeah, they're out. I mean, it's not always about the individual, is it? I think Liverpool will be fine, Reese. I just can't see you not... I can't see you losing by 2 goals. Even if Benfica did play well. I actually think Liverpool will probably still win this. And that'll be a big statement if Liverpool win this because it's effectively their reserves against Benfica's first team. I think there's an element of not shame, regret with the Champions League this year because I really think Ajax should have beaten Benfica. I think Ajax against Liverpool would have been a great game of football. There's a ball on here. Kyle Walker will get back. Kyle Walker, look at him. Leyton Orient player with pace. That's a good cross. Good header away. Tell you what, Atletico Madrid, competitive here in the first 10 minutes. Who's on City's shortlist to replace Pep, says Nate. I don't think anybody's on it at the moment. I do think... I'm just going to have to suck on a Strepsil because my voice is a bit croaky. I do think that they'll probably put... I could probably do a good Sean Dyche. I better not do a Sean Dyche. I think Luis Enrique would be on there. Andy Ferguson says, why does Simeone never play Suarez? Because he's crap. Too old now, isn't he? Would you play Griezmann and João Felix or an old Suarez? I'd be interested. I think Luis Enrique will be on Man City's list. Other than that, I don't know. I think Ten Hag would have been on it. But obviously, Nagelsmann is a good shout as well. Somebody just said, why is Mane not playing for Liverpool? Well, Salah's not playing. Trent Alexander-Arnold's not playing. Robertson's not playing. Fabinho's not playing. Van Dijk's not playing. He's rested over half his first team. So, they're 3-1 up. Mark, are you doing any content for the Women's Euros in the summer, says Joel? I might, I might bloody have to now. No, I might do it. It's in July. I'll see what my plans are, but I am thinking about doing it, yeah. Good defending by Atletico Madrid there. But it's not a boring game. It's got a good flow to it. I think that plays into Man City's hands, but Atletico Madrid have got to score 2 anyway, so I think even if they conceded 1, they wouldn't be too panicked about it. Thanks for the super chats, by the way. Joel Morris there asking about the Euros. Thanks, everyone's turning in. Pete Jones says, you've got a cold like me, Mark. I've got more than a cold, mate. That's no comment what I've got, but I've got more than a cold. Good play. Condobia gets it wide. Half-time chat, we're going to do a combined 11 from the teams remaining in the Champions League. Sorry, Chelsea and Bayern Munich. Man City starting to just get hold of the ball a little bit here. As we know, Atletico Madrid not that bothered about possession, so I don't think it'll be something that massively bothers the home crowd here. But I hate that Man City away kit, by the way. Just bloody lazy by Puma, isn't it? I do think that so we had it with Sir Alex. People start saying, oh, Pep will be gone in a couple of years. He might not go for another 5 or 6 years, and Klopp might not go for another 5 or 6 years either. Front post header by John Stones there, over the bar. He'd have wanted to do a little bit better there. Bit of a free header. Yeah, he knows he should have done a bit better there. What's your favourite scran you've had? Says so. Football scran. I don't actually tend to eat that much when I'm at football. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Come on, Benfica, says Ratfink. Yep, still 0-0 there. 10 minutes gone in both games. 0-0. Who do I think is going through, JR? Man City and Liverpool. Yeah, I think I'd love Atletico Madrid to get a result, but I mean, you never know. You never know with Man City. The referee's not giving any fouls here, is he? He's just not giving anything. Quite surprising for a European referee. Just not giving any fouls at all. Lovely play by Lamar there. Why did he not slip him in then? He's just not giving any fouls at all. Pineapple Cellar and sinking ships in Mallorca this summer, says Anthony Johnston. I don't know about that, mate. Yeah, you don't normally get good play by Benfica, and Alisson's got hold of it. You don't normally get this in Europe. It's quite refreshing. A referee is just letting everything go. Although Rib says he's a bad referee. Again, he's just not giving anything. Oh, now he's giving a foul. Oh, he's... Maybe he's a Man City fan. Foden's just given... He has gone into Foden quite hard from behind there. It was a foul. City looking shaky at the back. That's one thing I would say, and I think many people have picked up on. with Pep and Man City. He's definitely brought the Spanish way of crowding the referee, isn't he? He really has mastered that. Is Kevin De Bruyne the best player in the world right now, says Toon? I think Mo Salah might have something to say about that. I think Lewandowski and Benzema might have something to say about that. Probably more Benzema because he's still in the tournament. Oh, I tell you what, that was a lovely shot by Benfica, just wide. So if it's on target, that was in. Alisson's beat. Good effort. Well, Foden's still down here. Had a bang on the head. Grealish warms up. The thing is, though, at the end of the day, just because you've got a cut on your head doesn't mean it's a bloody yellow card, does it? Sometimes you've got to... Sometimes you will get things like that happening. Oh, there's a foul there. Jota's just scored for Liverpool. There's a foul on the cross. It remains 0-0. Jonathan Goodman says it should have been a yellow. Just while we're waiting for the game to start again in Spain, please do subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. He's going to be wearing a bandage around his head, Foden, now, as Grealish warms up. Yeah, please do subscribe. We're only 50 away from 649,000 now. You're all welcome on That's Football, as you know. Everybody's welcome on here. And stop being bitter, Mark. City are good. Why are you wanting Atletico to win? Mainly because you've just answered your own question there. I'm a Manchester United fan. And I don't want Man City to win. So there we go. Just seeing Jota go down here. Andrew says, hi Mark, back in February you predicted City and Liverpool for the league, FA Cup and Champions League. Sticking with those, love the content. I predicted City and Liverpool for the league, City. I don't know, Andrew. I don't know. I think it's very difficult to predict at the moment what's going to happen. I'd be very surprised if Liverpool or City won the treble, because to do that they're going to have to beat each other at everything, aren't they? If Liverpool win the treble, which actually would be the quadruple for them, then they've got to win the league, the FA Cup and the Champions League. And to do that, they're going to have to beat Man City in the Cups. I just don't see Liverpool and Man City whitewashing each other, really. Having said that, momentum is a thing, isn't it? Whatever happens, it's going to be crap for United, because Man City and Liverpool, I think, will share the Champions League and the league. Liverpool Man City would be a horrible final to watch personally. Still 0-0 Liverpool Benfica, and it's 0-0 Atletico Madrid Man City. They're back up and running now, and Foden's got a bandage on his head. Atletico Madrid definitely trying to put a few tackles in. Even said it should have been a red. It wasn't even a yellow, mate, and I agree, it wasn't even a yellow. What's something in my throat? Joshua says, does Foden's face look less annoying with the bandage? It's not 1-0 to Benfica. Yeah, we'll start blocking some of these idiots. Perry says, I think there will be a red card in the game tonight. I don't necessarily think there will be, Perry. I personally don't think it's been that much of a aggressive game. I just think that it's a nice ball over the top for João Felix. Ederson's quick off his line though. Fair play. It would be very good if Atletico Madrid were to score first. It would make it a very interesting game. Obviously, if Man City score first, I think it becomes very difficult for Atletico Madrid. Nice cross into the box. Kyle Walker's there. Another 3v3 here as De Bruyne brings it away. Nice ball out to Bernardo Silva. Good tackle. Very good tackle by Atletico Madrid. Defensively, they're very good. Do you think Klopp has underestimated Benfica, says Wills? Not really. They've had nearly 20 minutes and it's 0-0. And they're not necessarily struggling. Good running here. Foden loses it. Do I think Bayern will sack Nagelsmann? No. I think you've got to give him another season, haven't you? Man City are starting to just move the ball a little bit smarter than Atletico Madrid here. Good play, though, by Condobia. Lovely play, actually. João Felix does well. And wins a throw-in. What do you think about Luton possibly being a Premier League side next season, says Joe? I think there's a big game on Friday, Good Friday, isn't there, actually? I think Luton play Forest are in good form as well. Liverpool nearly scoring there, but Benfica have just cleared it. Good switch of the play here by Atletico Madrid. Really could do with a goal here. Thomas says, I think Arsenal let Emery go far too early. He is much better than Arteta. Well, I don't really want to get in the Arsenal debate because I've been in the Arsenal debate for 18 months now, and I still think that when I predicted Arsenal would finish 5th at the start of the season, people said, you're having a laugh, they'll never do that well. And now it looks like they will finish 5th or 4th. It's not good enough. So I do find it a little bit weird. Liverpool got a corner here. I don't think he's doing a bad job, Arteta, to be fair. Can we appreciate James Milner playing in the Champions League at the age of 36? I think there's a lot of people playing in the Champions League at around that age now, isn't there? Liverpool have just scored a goal from a corner. Kanate. That's it. Game over with the reserves. Almost fancied that to be a goal. Kanate for Liverpool. They're trying to complain to say it shouldn't be a goal, but it is a goal. It's a good header. They're very good from corners, and they've done it again. Klopp's suggesting that with the referee that they might try and say it's not a goal. Lovely cross. Up he jumps. Be very unlucky if that's not given. Doesn't look. I don't see a problem here. I don't see a problem at all with that. No. So it's a very, very good header. It deserves to be a goal. I'd be very surprised if it's not a goal for Liverpool, which gives them 4-1 on aggregate with their reserves. Jurgen Klopp, most of his first team on the bench. Big game against Man City on the weekend, on Saturday. Rested most of his players. Perfect if you're a Liverpool fan. And it's been given as well, and it should have been given. No VAR review there. Liverpool 1-0, 4-1 on aggregate. It was a very good header, you're right, JD. Liverpool or City, says Money. For what? What? Drisk says, game over, change the game to City Atletico. Well, I am watching City Atletico. I'm watching both, so I don't need to change. It's over for Benfica, says Adwani. It's been embarrassing for Benfica, really. They were dominated in the home tie, and Klopp's obviously thought so little of them in relation to their threats that he's put his reserves out in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Just shows you the skill gap, really. Konate was half the price of Maguire, says Conati. Thiago Silva was free. Oh, he's booked. He's booked that Felipe now. I think he's booked Felipe there because he wants to. Darwin Núñez nearly just scored here. Yeah, it's probably is a yellow card for Felipe there. He's done the Foden one. Be careful, Atletico Madrid. You get someone sent off and it's game over. "25 minutes. Well, it's only Konate's first season in the Premier League, isn't it? I think Klopp's recruitment's been fantastic in relation to growth of players, and if you look at the way that they infiltrated, not infiltrated. What's the word? What's the word when you ease somebody in? Fabinho. You could say they're doing that the same with Konate this year, aren't they? They're looking at him as a long-term prospect. I'd like to point out this is our third choice team and still better than the team Klopp inherited, says Jack. Just shows the progression. There you go. Jack thinks it's a third choice. Integrated, that's the word. Thank you very much. Zlatan. Or incorporated, says Dane. Yeah, good. I think Atletico Madrid are just a little bit loose here at the moment. They've got to be careful because, I tell you what, if Man City make it 2-0, that will be game over. I don't see Man City with a 2-goal lead giving up 2 goals to Atletico Madrid tonight. Maybe I'd be wrong on that. Maybe I would be wrong. Nice ball in behind to Bernardo Silva. He's done well. Lays it off to Foden. Shouldn't have had a shot. Oh, De Bruyne did have a shot. Goes for a corner. Are Atletico playing very defensively, says Scoop. They're not really, actually. I think they're trying to be quite energetic. I mean, obviously they do have a back five when they're defending, but I think they're trying to be progressive. Great save by the Benfica keeper there from Luis Diaz. Corner for Man City. Oblak comes for it. Misses it. Foden with the cross. Atletico Madrid will bring it away. Griezmann down the left. Nearly runs it out of play, but keeps it in. And Atletico Madrid have got it back. Corner to Liverpool. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Please subscribe, by the way. We're only about 50 away from 649,000 now. Impregnated, says Specky. I think people are trying to come up with words. And that goes for a goal kick to City. 27 minutes gone. Score prediction for Norwich, Mark, says Jack. I almost don't care. Like, I mean, we've just got to win that game. I mean, getting excited about United games at the moment. I mean, look, once Norwich is out of the way, we've got Liverpool and Arsenal. I think they're going to be interesting games just to see how bad we really are. We're bad, but can we raise it against Liverpool and Arsenal? But Norwich at the weekend just has to be a win. Thanks for the super chat from Dave Bauman. He says, no Conte or Poch shows Spurs have surpassed United. Who do you think is going to win the FA Cup? I think predicting the FA Cup's harder than predicting the Champions League, to be honest. I think that Palace against Chelsea in the semi-final is going to be interesting. And obviously Liverpool against Man City in the semi-final is going to be interesting. So I think the FA Cup's less predictable than the Champions League. Andre says you look like $1 million today. I don't feel like, mate. I think you might be taking a piss. Dylan says, do you watch F1? No. You've imagined me doing watch-alongs on here. Fred says, what's the percentage of United finishing in the top 4? Well, 0. We've got no chance. We don't deserve it and we won't do it. Somebody just said, do you think it's true that United have offered Pogba a £500,000 a week contract? If we have, we're bloody thick. I mean, he hasn't even got a starting place. What a ball that is by Mahrez. Kyle Walker, if they score... Is it the post? Oh my God. How have Man City not scored? There wasn't much of an appeal for a handball. They've hit the post. I don't know how they didn't score there, Man City. But they are going through the gears here. Mark, have you seen that Stretty News article? Surely the club can't be considering Scholes, Giggs and Rooney, says Dan. I don't know what article you're on about, mate. We need a little bit more than that. Post for Man City. Big reprieve for Atletico Madrid there. Mark, if Liverpool win the treble, do you think they'll overtake 99 team as the greatest Premier League side? Well, no. Why would that happen? Duel. No, I don't. I think it'd be a great achievement, but they might overtake it. Liverpool won't. Liverpool will overtake it because they'll win the quadruple. To win the treble, they've already won the Carabao Cup, but to win the treble, they've got to win the FA Cup, the Premier League, and the Champions League. So if they do that, they've already won the Carabao Cup. So yes, they would overtake them. They can't win the treble. They can only win the quadruple. They can't win the treble. They'll exceed the treble because the treble is the FA Cup, the Premier League, and the Champions League. Another corner here. Man City have got Atletico Madrid on the ropes here. Thoughts on the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer, says Money. I'm looking forward to it. But I think the Ozark's out in a few days, isn't it? Tell you what, Gundogan hits the post. It's flying around all over the shop. There was definitely no handball. Hits Felipe on the chest. Corner to Man City. It's 2-0 to Liverpool, is it? No, it's not. Man City are pushing for a goal here, though, that's for sure. 31 minutes. Danny says, do you rate Nunez? Yeah, me and most other fans around Europe, yes. "32 minutes gone. Liverpool are cruising through. They're 4-1 on aggregate. Oh, here's a chance. And it's a lovely finish. It's not Nunez for Benfica, but it's a goal for Benfica. And it's 1-1. Well, it's a glimmer. I think it's a defensive error more than anything by Liverpool. Got caught out a little bit. Deflected it onto Milner. Milner didn't know anything Milner didn't know anything about it, to be fair. And then it finds its way to the striker. He finishes really well. It's a lovely finish. They're checking VAR. I don't know why you would check VAR, because it hits Milner. I'm a bit confused here. What the VAR check can be. Reece ate a bean and now he feels ill. Don't know. I don't know what they can be on about here. It's got to be a goal. It hits Milner. Yeah. Check over, goal given. Bit weird. It's 1-1. Still 0-0 in Spain. Although they were very close, Man City hitting the post. Awaz says, over 4.5 goals in the Liverpool game, easy work. Well, that means there's got to be 5 goals, mate. I suppose you've got 2 already, haven't you? Yeah. It was Ramos who scored for Benfica. It was a lovely finish. You sound like Attenborough tonight, says Wilden. We need an Atletico Madrid goal. Well, unless you want Man City to win. Shoots, Edison saves. Are you feeling okay, says Matthew? Well, I'm on the mend. My voice is a bit off, but I'm on the mend. It's why I can't be playing FIFA at the moment. I've got to sort of try and rest the voice through the week. If you take the Invincible away, do you think Arsenal can be compared to non-treble Uniteds? No, Lou, I don't. I personally don't think the treble. I personally don't think the Invincible Arsenal side is the best Arsenal side I've seen. But there's no convincing Arsenal fans because they have to cling on to the Invincible thing being great. You didn't win any other trophy. You got knocked out of 3 cups. You drew 12 league games, but you think your Invincible team's your best team ever. I don't think it is. You won one trophy. Surely your double winning side's better, and I think the double winning side of '98 is better. But you know they're obsessed with the Invincible thing. I remember that season as well, and I've said it before. Around February time, Arsenal became very aware of the fact that they were going to have a chance to be invincible, and they did sort of focus on not losing a lot. Please subscribe, by the way. Bottom right hand corner. Man City are playing the better side here at the moment. Over the last few minutes, they have been the better side, and Atletico Madrid just can't get out. Which is a shame because I think for the first 15 minutes it looked a little bit more open. But he's a major asset for Man City as well, Kyle Walker. His pace gets them out of trouble so many times. There's so many times that Man City defence could get exploited, but the pace of Kyle Walker just gets them back into it. But I do think it feels like it's a matter of time before Man City get the goal over the bar from Cancelo. Time for a little stretch. 37 minutes gone, 8 minutes to go to half time. Oh God, tired. Always do. Well, I don't always do it, but it's nice to do the evening stream in your pyjamas halfway to bed then. Oh, here we go. Idiot in the chat. Karim says, I'm not going to lie. The Man City kit is nice. It's bloody horrible. It's crap. I can't stand it. But then again, maybe I'm in the minority. Mohamed hates Atletico Madrid. Well, they're going out at the moment, mate. Mark, Man United's best signing post Sir Alex Ferguson, says Dara. I think Bruno's got to be considered. Harry Maguire. No, I think Bruno's got to be considered. But it's not easy because, of course, Man United have not been a title contender since then either. So it is slim pickings, really. Man said Maguire, says Asmin. Yeah, you clearly don't watch this channel, do you? I love it when my sarcasm just goes flying over somebody's head like a bloody jet fighter. Sarcasm doesn't transport very well sometimes, does it? How much do you think Chelsea could gather for Lukaku this off-season, says Jonathan Mitchell, and to whom? Into return, most probably. Mate, you'll do very well. I mean, there's not many clubs who make the mistakes that Manchester United do, but Lukaku for Chelsea reminds me a lot of what Man United problems are. Lovely ball into Foden. He does really well here, and then I think he's held on to that for too long. He's basically gone back to where the pass came from there. It's a bit of a shame because he was in a good position. But yeah, I think that Chelsea are in a similar situation to what Man United are. We've got a lot of players that we bought for a lot of money and gave big wages to, where if it goes wrong, you're in trouble. And Chelsea are in that position with Lukaku because he will be on. What? Tell me how much Lukaku earns a week. More than 200 grand a week. You spent 100 million pounds on him only a year ago. No one's going to give him 200 grand a week and give you 100 million quid. So there's a lot of money there gone. What's your opinion on Reading, W1? I hope they stay up for Incy's sake. Morez with the shot. I just feel Man City are going to score in a minute. Atletico Madrid just can't get out. The Dugout channel says, hope you're feeling better soon, Mark. Thank you very much, mate. Is it too early to say Leclerc is the favourite for the F1 driving season? Ferrari looking strong. No, I think at the moment he is the favourite. There's a long way to go, but he's certainly the favourite. And Jameson says, I just realised that in the 9 years since Fergie left, we only bought 4 strikers. That's really bad. I wonder how many CDMs we've bought. Do you read books often, Mark? Says Sharanko. No, I wish I did, but I don't. Fury versus White, a week on Saturday. We'll be watching that. Well, I will be watching that. I'll do a watch along for that, a week on Saturday night. Fury versus White. Always like the boxing, especially when it's the big ones. Really enjoyed Fury versus Wilder last year. That was a good one. 42 minutes gone. Atletico Madrid have regressed into their shell a bit here. And they've allowed Man City to grow in confidence. It's a shame. As I said, first 20 minutes I thought Atletico Madrid looked competitive and Man City looked a bit concerned. This is just pissing me off. This is really fucking boring. Watching Man City just go side to side to side. I'll pick them off in a minute. It's just defence against attack. It's boring. Fucking rubbish. How anybody can enjoy Simeone's football. It's park the bus football. You're losing 1-0. Fury TKA White under 10 rounds, says Jonathan Mitchell. Thanks for the super chat. Jonathan, please do subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. We've just gone past 649,000 on the road to 650. Cleared away by Atletico Madrid from the corner. How long ago? Oh, I'm not reading that. Yeah, Scholes and Keane enjoy Simeone's football. They did legitimately say, if you're not a United fan, this will make you laugh. Well, you know, you'll probably wish it would happen. Scholes and Keane said they'd like Simeone as Man United manager. Just don't know. Who is a player you always forget played for United? Minus Schneidlin and Kagawa, says Jameson Gray. I don't really forget any player that's played for United, to be honest, because I've probably literally watched. I don't think I can probably count on one hand the Man United competitive games I've missed in 20 years. So there's not really anybody I wouldn't forget that played for us. I'd like to forget some people played for us. Most of the starting team last week. Well, this is going to hit half time, and I hope Atletico Madrid have got a better plan second half, because this is shit. Really shit. They've got to do something more than this. What is Simeone's plan? Do you think just to grind it out for 120 minutes? Shocking. Absolutely shocking. They're trying to get Stones booked here. As a Barcelona fan, I really like United and I think you're a big part of it. Hope you get back on top soon, says Polish Gamer. Well, Barcelona are getting back on top of it very well, aren't they? Doing very well at the moment. I'd say your favourites to win the Europa League as well. It's not this weekend, Brian Moore for Fury. It's a week on Saturday. Harley says that Simeone's football is good. Easily impressed, Harley. He gets beans on toast for dinner and he's running around his garden with his top off. I remember Scholes beating Barcelona a long time ago. That was those two games, God. Because away goals counted then as well. So if I remember correctly, we were 0-0 in the new camp and then 1-0 at Old Trafford with the Scholes goal. And at basically any time in the last 20 minutes, if Barcelona scored, 1-1, but it would have been the away goals. So we're about to hit half time here, but this has been terrible by Atletico Madrid. They really are not doing enough. I don't think they've been in City's penalty box for 10 minutes. Well, the ball's there now, but Stones clears it. I just think if this carries on, it's going to be a very straightforward Man City win. I'm sorry, I've gone quiet there. It's a bad reflection on you lot. Normally I can see something I want to read in the chat, and I'm just looking at it and going, I need to do better, mate, lads and ladies. There's nothing in there that's worth reading. There's some really crap stuff, like do you rate Kovacic? I spoke about that last night. Drama to come in the second half, says AJ. Well, I hope so, but it is half-time, Atletico Madrid versus Man City. It's just about to be half-time in the Benfica-Liverpool game. Liverpool obviously still 2 goals clear, but Man City are very comfortable here. 1-0 on the night, but you need to expect more than that. They've got to do more than that. Atletico Madrid have got to do more than that. Just not good enough. I thought first 15 minutes it had the potential to be quite an interesting game, but the last 25 it was all Man City who hit the post as well. And if they score, it's over. Atletico Madrid are just not attacking anywhere near enough. So I don't know what the plan in the second half is. It just feels like they're just trying to keep a clean sheet and then score a lucky goal, which is just crap, isn't it? We're going to do a combined Champions League 11 from the teams left in the tournament, because we were meant to do this last night and we didn't, because we ended up doing favourite player from each Premier League club, which was good and we enjoyed it. But tonight we're going to do what we said we were going to do the other night. Robin van Persie is the leading candidate to join Ten Hag. 3 other ex-players have been approached and have turned the opportunity down. Okay, I don't know who those 3 players were. Let's get back onto the chat. Seems to be getting quite excited now. Isn't it basically Liverpool and City plus Benzema, says Max Cooper? Well, let's do it, because here at half-time in the Atletico Madrid-Man City game, it's 0-0, and they may as well have just not bothered. They may as well have played chess. It was that boring. Zlatan was United's best post Sir Alex Ferguson, Mark, says Jonathan. Why is Zlatan the best signing United have ever done? I actually think Zlatan and United, some United fans have this weird thing going on that Zlatan was some sort of United legend. Like, he was here for... I mean, he got injured in the March, didn't he? He didn't even play in the final. And, I mean, I thought Zlatan was decent, but I also remember United playing quite a few teams where he'd missed loads of chances. I remember playing Bournemouth at home, and they played their bloody defensive line on the halfway line. Like... I mean, look, Zlatan's a legend of the game, but I don't think he's not a Manchester United legend, and he's certainly not our best signing since Sir Alex Ferguson. I think, I mean, the thing is, I am a big fan of Zlatan, but I find the rewriting of history in relation to his career at Manchester United like it was some sort of fucking genius. I just don't get it. Mark, favourite to win the Champions League? I'm not writing off Madrid, says Ralph. I think that the only reason Man City haven't stuffed Atletico Madrid is because they play quite defensive. Zlatan didn't win as a trophy because he didn't play in the final, said Jamie. So you're wrong there, unless you want to start counting the Carabao Cup, which I would take it now, but not for me. Dele outscored Zlatan when he was in the Premier League, says Matt Hayes. No, I mean, look, funny thing is, Zlatan's one of my favourite players of the last 20 years. But in a Man United shirt, I thought he was good. But there are some United fans who think he's like a United legend. And I'm like, he didn't even play a full season. But then if you try and say Van Persie's a United legend, oh no, he's only here for 1 year. Yeah, single-handedly won as the bloody Premier League. It's almost like Zlatan gets held higher than Van Persie. It's weird. But hey, it's all about opinion. Who do you think... Well, I mean, funny enough, Mohammed says you should do a Zlatan or Rooney poll. I'd be terrified that Zlatan would probably win it. I mean, Berbatov is a bigger United great than Zlatan. But he probably wouldn't win the poll. I I don't think he's. I don't know, said Jamie. I disagree. I don't think Zlatan was actually that good. I thought he was good, but I don't think he was like. I remember it very clearly. He wasn't some sort of miracle worker. He was very slow. Teams played a very high line, and he was decent, but it just wasn't what people think it was. And it wasn't even that long ago, so I don't know why people think it was this bloody amazing 8 months. It really wasn't. It was good, but it wasn't flawless. It really wasn't. Anyway, that's my opinion. Let's get on with the Champions League 11. So we're going to do teams that are left in the tournament. So Chelsea, I'm sorry, you're not in it, and neither are Bayern Munich. So we're doing a Champions League combined 11 from the teams left in the tournament. So Villarreal, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Benfica, Liverpool and Man City. They're the 6 teams. In goal, I agree with Mini. It's Courtois. I don't think there's a better goalkeeper at Villarreal, Man City, Liverpool, Atletico Madrid or Benfica. So for me, it's Courtois in goal. I'd agree with that. Who was better, Zlatan or Larsson at United? Says Seb Watson. Well, no, Zlatan was better than Larsson, to be honest. So, yeah, I'd go Courtois in goal. And the chat agrees with me, which is nice. Right back, well, it ain't going to be Kyle Walker, because if you take his nitro boost off him, he plays for Leyton Orient, so it's not him. Obviously, Trent's the one to beat. Real Madrid, no. Villarreal, no. Benfica, no. Atletico Madrid, no. So it's Trent at right back. Left back, Cancelo, Robertson. Atletico Madrid, no. Real Madrid, no. Benfica, no. So it's Cancelo or Robertson. I'd probably say Cancelo this season, to be fair. Let's have a look at the chat. Yeah, everyone's going Cancelo as well. Centre backs. Well, we'll go for centre back pairing. I'm not putting Diaz in because I'm not massively impressed with Ruben Diaz this season. I think he's been good, but I think he's almost living off last season a bit. So I would go Van Dijk, and it's a shame. It's a real shame Chelsea aren't in it, because I thought Rudiger was fantastic. But I'd be tempted to put a Real Madrid centre back in there. I actually thought. I know they conceded 3 last night, but I think Alaba's done well. Villarreal, I think Pau Torres deserves a big mention as well. I think they've played really, really well defensively. Obviously not Benfica. So I'd go Van Dijk, Alaba, Diaz or Pau Torres as my 4, really. I do like Matip, though. I mean, Matip's underrated, isn't he? So, but no, you need a combination. I need a combination here. Let's have a look. So we've got Van Dijk and Alaba, Phil Jones and Maguire. Well, neither of them in it. Van Dijk and Matip, Pau Torres and Van Dijk. Well, I'll do a poll on that one. We'll do a poll on that one because there seems to be, let's make it fair. Who plays with Van Dijk? And we'll go Alaba, Torres, and Diaz. There we go. Get in the community and get your vote in. Pau Torres, David Alaba, or Ruben Diaz to play with Van Dijk at the back. Holding midfielder. We'll do the normal holding midfielder, box to box, 10, 2 wide players and a striker. So holding midfielder for me, well, it's Rodri, it's Fabinho, and Casemiro. I think it would have to be one of those 3, wouldn't it, really? Fabinho, Rodri, or Casemiro. I'm just looking at the chat. Might have to do another poll here. We will. So Alaba's won the defensive poll. So it's Alaba and Van Dijk who get there. CDM, I'm going to have to... It's poll heavy tonight, but get your votes in. So we've got Fabinho, Rodri and Casemiro as your 3. I've completely messed up the spelling of Casemiro, but you know who I'm talking about. So you're holding midfielder. Box to box midfielder. So Gundogan, Modric, Yeah, I wouldn't even put forward a Liverpool player. I think it's got to be Gundogan or Modric between that. And I know who I would go with. Alaba and Van Dijk both play left side, says Militao. So Militao, says Zidane. Yeah, Harry Maguire's right-footed and plays on the left side. And that's not the reason he's shit. You know, you can have two left-footed players. You can have two right-footed players as well. So, I think Modric is the winner over Gundogan, which is not surprising. So, we've got Modric in our midfield. What about the attacking midfielder? Can anybody dislodge De Bruyne? Liverpool certainly don't have anybody. Real Madrid, I mean, you could go Toni Kroos, but I don't think you go ahead of De Bruyne. Villarreal, Benfica. It's got to be De Bruyne, hasn't it? I don't think that's the easiest one. So, we go Kevin De Bruyne there. Right side of the attack. Can anybody beat Salah? Mahrez. I'm not really going to go Valverde at Real Madrid or Asensio or anyone like that. Villarreal. I mean, one thing I'd say about Villarreal is you could play Danjuma in any position, but I don't think he dislodges anybody. So I think it's got to be Salah. On the midfielder, 32% for Casemiro, 29% for Rodri, but 39% for Fabinho. So he's got the midfield slot. Left-hand side, Mane, Vinicius Jr. I'm going to do a poll on this one. I think it's worth it. I do think it's worth it. Mane, Vinicius Jr. And in the interest of fairness, I'm going to put in Phil Foden. Get your vote in. And then that leaves the striking position, which I think is actually very easy because Villarreal don't have anybody. Liverpool don't really play with a striker. Man City don't really play with a striker. And Benzema's a Ballon d'Or winner, or a contender. So unless you want Darwin Núñez, it's got to be Benzema as the striker, hasn't it? I think it's clear cut there. We will do the manager. And we'll probably have to do a poll on the manager. But let me just run through the team as it is. So our combined 11 from everybody left in the tournament at the moment. So we can't put Chelsea in or Bayern Munich because they lost last night. We've got Courtois in goal, Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back, Cancelo at left back, Alaba and Van Dijk as the centre backs, Fabinho as the holding midfielder, Modric as the box to box, Kevin De Bruyne as the attacker, Salah off the right, Benzema up front. And we're just waiting on the winger poll, which you can vote on. Now, that's quite interesting because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Real Madrid players. That's really weird, isn't it? In fact, we've got 5 because Vinicius Jr. has got 53% of the vote and Mane's got 33% of the vote. So everybody said it was going to be dominated by Man City and Liverpool players. There is Courtois, Alaba, Modric, Benzema and Vinicius Jr. So there's 5 Real Madrid players. There is Trent, Van Dijk, Salah, Fabinho. So there's 4 Liverpool players. And there are 2 Man City players, De Bruyne and Cancelo. So 2 Man City players, 4 Liverpool players and 5 Real Madrid players. That's weird. That's weird. Because... is that just because Man City are not a very glamorous team? Or is it genuinely because individually those players are better? I don't know. There's a few dividers there. Now, who would your manager be? You can vote. Maybe this is where City get one. Pep, Klopp. I'm going to put 4 in because I think these will be the semi-finalists. Pep, Klopp, Emery, Ancelotti. They can be your votes there. Thanks everyone who's watching, by the way. Please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. We're on the road to 650,000. And we're currently on... wait for it. We're on 649,300. So we're only 700 away from 650k. Please do subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Tablet's playing up again. Dodgers. Fucking, I ain't watching American Rounders. Baseball, isn't it? That's what they call it. God, that kit's horrible. I don't know whether there is a kit that De Bruyne looks good in, but that kit don't do him any favours. Alan says the disrespect Ancelotti's getting is ridiculous. He's only got 6% of the votes and Emery's got more. Well, I mean, considering over half the team, well, nearly half the team is Real Madrid players, I think Ancelotti's just not fashionable anymore, is he? I think you're right. Thanks for subscribing. Anyway, we're about to kick off for the second half here. Man City 45 minutes for a semi-final against Real Madrid. Foden looks a twat. He does. He looks a right idiot. Go. We're off. It's working on the screen as well. Wow, interestingly, Pep got 39% of the vote, Klopp 44% of the vote, Emery 11%, and Ancelotti 6%. So Klopp would be your manager of the combined 11. So Man City just ended up with 2 in a combined 11, which was Kevin De Bruyne and Cancelo. Liverpool ended up with 5. With 4 outfield players and the manager, and Real Madrid had 5 outfield players. Nice ball in behind here. Griezmann into the box. He's done quite well. And he's won a corner. I remember when Griezmann was going to be coming to United. Ooh. See what happens with this corner. In it comes. Oh, headed away. So yeah, we did a combined 11 at half time of all the teams left in the tournament, and Courtois was the goalkeeper, Trent was right back, Van Dijk and Alaba centre backs, Cancelo left back, Fabinho holding midfielder, Modric box to box with Kevin De Bruyne. It's a good midfield, that is, isn't it? As the attacking midfielder. Salah to the right, Vinicius Junior to the left, and Benzema through the middle. I mean, to be honest, I think that team would win a Champions League, wouldn't it? Especially with Klopp as the manager. It's a pretty decent side, that. Michael says, Benfica need a lot of goals. Atletico Madrid need to attack more in this game. Remember, you can make 5 substitutions. I don't know what I think about the 5 substitution rule. I thought post-COVID it was a good idea because there was a lot of games being played. But I do actually think in the Champions League we've had it a lot longer, and it does change the face of a game. Like, you can change half your team, basically. And it does change the face of a game. Which teams wins, that or a Premier League combined 11, says Dan. Well, I don't know, because you could make a good combined 11 from Premier League as well. Neil says, I don't like 5 subs, it's crap. I think it's too many. I do actually think it's too many. I think it can just change. I mean, you imagine in the Premier League next season, it's going to be a big disadvantage for teams like your Burnleys if they're in the Premier League, because they can't change the half their team and look better. But Man City can. But I said this a couple of years ago, the PSG Bayern Munich final, I looked at the bench of both teams and I went, that's the new footballing world. The ability to look at a bench and have a whole new team on there. That's where football's heading, and the strong will get stronger. Because even if you are... Imagine next season, right? Brighton are beating Man City 1-0. Half an hour to go. Pep brings on half another team that are better than what Brighton have got. It's you've almost got to win twice. So it plays into the hands of the bigger teams, which I think is the main aim of what football's trying to be anyway now. That's what the Super League was all about. I find it funny how there are so many talks around assistant coaches when other clubs get a new manager. Nobody talks about assistant coaches, says Jameson Gray. No, yeah, you're right, to be fair. Still 0-0. I've got bloody idiots. I'm watching both games on two screens here. I'm watching the same game. Oh, get out. Oh, what you... Oh, you fucking idiots. So I'm watching Atletico Madrid against Man City there, and I'm watching it on here as well. Get off. What is going on here? I tell you what, I feel like throwing this in the bin. What is it doing now? Oh, I don't want to be on that. Can you just piss off? Technology. Atletico Madrid on the attack. Cross comes in, Edison gets hold of it. Wes says, are you pirating, Mark? No, I've got Sky Go, you twat. Which is why I've said it about 3 times tonight. I've hit BT Sports 1. And it's on BT Sports 2. I've done it again! How can you do it again? I've done it again. I've literally looked at it and pressed it again. I've got the same bloody thing on both screens here. Why are you so thick? Oh. How can you do that? Liverpool, Benfica, yeah. What an idiot. Thickbridge. Hope you're feeling better, Mark. Love your content, says XXX. Thank you very much. Well, still 1-1 Liverpool and Benfica. Still 0-0 Atletico Madrid and Man City. 40 minutes to go. It's not been anywhere near as good as Chelsea against Real Madrid. Mark, would you take Carrasco at United? He'll be cheap this summer. He's experienced and only 28. I'd take him just to have another body in attack. Rob L, doesn't matter what you would take or what I would take. We've got a manager with a very distinctive way of playing. And I'm not sure Carrasco would fit into the Erik Ten Hag way of playing. Atletico Madrid on the attack here. Ooh, nearly. Cross came in and João Felix was stretching. When do you think Newcastle will win the Premier League, says Iron? Well, the thing about Newcastle is I think it's a different world now. I'm old enough to remember when Blackburn won it. And I remember Blackburn being in the Championship. And they came into the Premier League and they bought Alan Shearer and Stuart Ripley and Tim Sherwood and Tim Flowers and Henning Berg and all these players. And they won the Premier League in 1995. Because they had more money than anybody else. And they competed. And then we had Newcastle tried it the following year. And they were 12 points clearer. and they bottled it. And United won the double. And then in the mid-noughties, we had Chelsea with their money. And they bought titles because they had more money than anybody else. And then, in 2010, we had Man City's millions. And they had more money than anybody else. And they ended up winning titles. And now, we've got Newcastle. But I don't think it's going to be as easy for Newcastle because Man City have got a lot of money. And I think Chelsea have got a lot of money. So I do think Newcastle will be a good side, but I don't know whether they'll be able to do it. Somebody just said completely disregarding that United did the same thing. Well, no, you completely... What you've chosen to do is not listen to what I've just said for 2 minutes and just do what thick people do and just not open your mind up to what's being said. Make your own mind up. Not listen to what's being said and still go back to what you've said before. I just explained to you that Blackburn outspent Manchester United, Chelsea outspent Manchester United, Man City outspent Man United, and they won a title for doing it. I don't think you can do that anymore. And also, Man United have spent over £1 billion in the last 10 years. We're in advance. I mean, what I'm saying is, if Newcastle spend their money well, it doesn't guarantee that they'll be able to win the league, because I think there's a lot of teams that can. What if they spend their money badly, like United? Atletico Madrid on the attack. Ooh, he's got it out, Man City. Hi, Mark. Which is your favourite comeback in a football fan, aside from the 99 United side? Is it the Istanbul final? Oh, yeah, I love that. The 4-0 at Liverpool have just scored. Adevia, thank you very much. And in the Atletico podcast, Ornstein mentions that Joel Glazer is known for big name signing, which is why he didn't sign a midfielder last year, says Dan. Firmino has scored. Oh, and Griezmann's just shot wide as well. I'm just looking at the... Well, it's a... Jota's cross is mishit, and it just falls for Firmino, who's got basically an open goal. Tap in. 2-1 Liverpool. I think it was over anyway, but it's definitely over now. Liverpool take a 5-2 lead on aggregate, and old Jurgen's got it right again. He's rested half his team, and they're still going to win. Salah's coming on for half an hour. Why is he bringing him on, says Alan. Keep him fresh, I suppose. Fresh. Please subscribe, by the way. Bottom right hand corner. We're on the road to 650k. I feel like I should speak like a Cockney because my voice is very crackling. Mark is copying what Simon Jordan says Mika. The great thing about that is I'd have to listen to Simon Jordan to copy what he said, which I don't do. So I don't know what he said, so I don't know what I'm meant to be copying. Liverpool's games are always exciting, says Jack. Well, Atletico Madrid are having a go here. I'd love them to score just to make the game exciting. Fabinho's coming on as well. So he obviously wants to give him half an hour or so. It's another long ball that Edison will get. Ben, I'm not scoffing chocolate. It's a strepsil for my throat. Simon Jordan's the only good one on Talk Sports, says Karamu. Not for long. Anyway, can Atletico Madrid find a goal? Or Will Man City find the killer goal? Good play here. Half an hour to go. Liverpool game's over. 5-2 on aggregate. João Felix scoring goalazzos against United, but turns into Harry Maguire against City. Ball keeps ballooning off his head, says Manor. What have you been watching? I tell you what, I've not felt well all week, and one of the positives of it is that I've really been able to just sit and watch a lot of telly. And the Tom Brady Man in the Arena series on Disney. I know I mentioned it last night. I've only got one episode to go, so I'll watch it tonight. But I've really enjoyed it. It's been like the equivalent of Last Dance. Atletico Madrid had a very good opportunity there, and they've wasted it. Back with Edison. Mark, you've let it slip. I'm not let anything slip. Joel says, where's Cavani? Well, he's not in the Champions League. Yeah, I might do some WWE streams because I'm quite enjoying it. Mark Perez says Goldbridge is leaking more than United dressing room. I've not leaked anything. I don't know what people are talking about. Oh, Nunez is down injured now for Benfica. Joseph, thanks for your super chat. The only sad thing is you can't do a Royal Rumble online. That would be brilliant. But I suppose the reason you can't do it is because it will take too long, wouldn't it? I like your super chat, Butterbeans, but it's too much of a direct question that I won't answer it. As I said, I'm not answering anything for 6 weeks because I can't. So I can't say anything. Hi Mark, what do you think it would take for Pep to finally get the sack at City? Would he have to bottle the league, or is not winning the Champions League enough? Demmer, I don't know what you're talking about. There is no way that they will sack Pep Guardiola if he doesn't win the Champions League. Gary Neville said Liverpool will drop points, correct their self in the league when Jurgen goes, as the owner does not spend big. Thoughts, Mark, says Azad. I mean, I think it's just another bad take by Gary Neville, isn't it? So Liverpool will fall apart when Jurgen Klopp goes. Just because Man United fucked it up massively doesn't mean that every other club will mess it up. Chelsea have been a brilliant club at removing managers and replacing them with other managers. So, and when you think about it, Liverpool's recruitment, well, I'm not a Liverpool fan, but over the last while, they've bought Diaz, Konate, Jota. That's 3 in the last sort of 18 months that are really good signings. To a team that really already was a team that was... I think Liverpool are very good at just adding what they need. Ultimate Warrior. I need to play with Ultimate Warrior, Neil. I've not played with him yet. You've just made me think. I've played with The Rock a little bit. Bret the Hitman Hart. But come on, Liverpool, says Dave. Thanks for the super chat, Dave. Half an hour to go here. I just think Atletico Madrid are so fucking boring. I don't think they'll score if they play till Christmas. I mean, they've really, you know... What's the point? Wenger captain seems to be promising managers. None of Fergie's looks like a decent one. Would you draw a conclusion here? Thomas, no, not really. Not really. I do think it's Kyle Walker's pace just gets him everywhere, doesn't it? I'd love to see him not fast. It's a great trait, and that's what I mean. Look, I'm not knocking pace. It is an asset. It's on a FIFA card, and it is an asset. But his pace just gets him out of trouble all the fucking time. Atletico Madrid have hit lots of good balls into areas that Kyle Walker just goes meet. He's annoying. I wouldn't quite go that far. Pedge says that Maguire is Kyle Walker without pace. No, I think Kyle Walker's better than that. I'd love Harry Maguire to have the pace of Kyle Walker because it would solve a lot of problems. But look, he's playing for one of the best teams in the world. Firmino's just scored again. It's 3-1 to Liverpool from a free kick. They've repeated the scoreline. I mean, look, this is a Champions League quarter-final and Liverpool are beating Benfica's first team. It just shows you, doesn't it? The depth in quality that these... well, not even the depth in quality, but the quality that Liverpool and Man City have. Love that Roadrunner impression, Mark, says Dan. Come on, Atletico Madrid. I don't know why they keep attacking Kyle Walker's side. It's just not going to work. Mane's coming on now as well. So he's getting all his first teamers on Klopp just to give him 20 minutes. Are you a WWE fan, says Marcus? Not really anymore, but like some of the stuff like The Undertaker, Ultimate Warrior and all that lot. Yeah, I've got no interest or real knowledge about the modern ones. I don't even know if John Cena's on the new one. Predictions for Norwich. Don't really care. Norwich City gives me depression. I think we'll beat you, but we can't even break down Everton's low block. Not surprised we didn't beat this lot, says Phil Jones. How come Madrid gave it a go against United, but now says Shelton? Mate, come on. Atletico Madrid's job against United's a lot easier than the job they've got against City, to be fair. Who've Arsenal got at the weekend? I know Spurs have got Brighton. Southampton away. What day? What day are you playing them? New left back but 2 assists, says Frank, who's a Liverpool fan obviously. Kyle Walker's down injured here. Be a big blow for them if he goes off because his pace has got them out of problems a few times. Arsenal are playing on Saturday at 3 o'clock, same time as United. It's a weird Saturday afternoon. It is a weird Saturday afternoon. Man United have got Norwich at 3. Southampton have got Arsenal at 3. And then Man City are kicking off against Liverpool in the FA Cup final, semi-final at 3:30. I don't know why. I think it must be something to do with trains back to Manchester and Liverpool because I can't understand why the FA Cup game is being played at 3:30. But some people are talking about it's quite a bad injury for Kyle Walker. 3 substitutions coming on for Atletico Madrid. Griezmann's going off. Carrasco's coming on. No trains back, says Nathan. DePaul's coming on. This is what I mean. You can change the way a game goes with 20 minutes to go. Atletico Madrid are going to roll the dice. No Luis Suarez. And Corriere is coming on for Lodi. Well, if there's no trains, I'm fully behind the decision then. You don't need to... I think Kyle Walker's going to be all right. Good play by João Felix. Switch it. Oh, it was a chance. Llorente laid it off. And shoots over the bar. Give Maguire Walker's pace, Stam's aggressiveness and Beckenbauer's skill. You have a great defender. John Cena was in WWE last year for a little bit, says Jack. Is he in the game? That was a chance for DePaul. He's got to put it on target. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with Kyle Walker. So all that just to kill a bit of time. Told you, Pep's got his players very astute in the Spanish ways. Just kill the game for a little bit. Kulusevski or Diaz for best January signing, says Haas. I feel like that's a poll. That's worthy of a poll. Let's do it. Let's hope it doesn't go like Kulusevski against Bowen, which was the best poll we've ever had, because it's just stuck at 50-50. That's a crap cross, and Ederson just lets it go for a corner. A goal kick. I think Kulusevski's been a fantastic signing for Spurs. I personally would go Kulusevski. I do like Diaz, and I think he's done a very good job, and he's been a very good signing. The funny thing is, Spurs wanted Diaz, and Liverpool got him, so they had to go for Kulusevski. But Kulusevski's done a fantastic job for... I think Kyle Walker might be injured, to be fair. But I would go Kulusevski, yeah. I think he's been in a side that wasn't playing particularly well as well. I mean, Diaz has done well, but he's come into a very good Liverpool side. But Kulusevski's been fantastic. Kyle Walker is coming off. He's an idiot, Kyle Walker. They've helped him get up to get off the pitch. I'd have stayed on the pitch. The minute he gets off the pitch, they'll play on without him. He's a fool. He's a fool. All these Atletico Madrid players are sort of patting him on the back and that. Lie down. Stay down. Oh, they've got the sub on Aki. Maguire or Phil Jones, and who's better at defence, says Football. Well, I'll tell you what, if you're a Liverpool fan, you'd be quite happy with Kyle Walker being injured, because, as I say, I think he's a massive part of Man City's defensive strength, that they can play high knowing that his pace will get them out of trouble. I don't think there's anyone as quick as Kyle Walker in that Man City defence, so it might make them defend a little bit differently tonight and for the rest of the season, depending on how long he's out for. Cut back, cut back, cut back. Cut back, cut back, cut back. Oh. Man City, they're going to have to defend here the last 20 minutes. I can barely watch one Atletico Madrid match without getting bored. Imagine 10 seasons of this. Imagine Simeone at United as Jameson Gray. Well, it stuns me. It absolutely stuns me that Roy Keane and Scholesy said, let's get Simeone. Benfica have scored 3-2. Not really bothered. That game's over, mate. Thanks for letting me know. $15 to go. Would I take Ziyech at United? Yeah. Ilias, yes I would. I mean, we haven't really got a right-sided attacker, so I definitely would. Benfica have scored 3-2, but they're even with that, they're 6-3 down on the night. So I don't think it's anything to get excited about. I don't know when Red Dead's coming back, Jack. At the moment, I feel I've even had to postpone 2 FIFA streams this week, so I don't know when Red Dad's coming back at the moment. Atletico Madrid are trying to push now. Cancelo's gone over to right back. Carrasco does well. Still got it. Man City have not really done any attacking second half at all. The poll, Kulusevski's done it again. There must be something about Kulusevski. Best January signing so far, Kulusevski or Diaz. It's 50-50 again. Get your votes in the poll. We'll have to keep it running. Kulusevski's got this ability to produce amazing polls. And a shot wide from Atletico Madrid. 14 minutes to go. You know I didn't mean what I just said. 13 minutes left. Kulusevski's winning the poll now. Can we get another extra time here? Well, Man City's defence is not as offside. Man City's defence is not as strong as it was with Kyle Walker. People saying Atletico Madrid should have got a penalty. Well, it's not been reviewed. Do I think Man City could lose to Real Madrid? If they play like they did tonight, they could do. They've not played well tonight, Man City, at all. But I just don't know how much of that has been because they're 1-0 up. I do rate Mahrez. Oh, Atletico Madrid. I don't think they're going to score tonight. Sing a song, says Finley. I don't think I'll get away with it. Luis Suarez is coming on. Now then. This is where he could do something really big for Liverpool fans. Conte gets a bunch of Premier League rejects and does great in Serie A. Gets a bunch of Serie A rejects in the Premier League and does great. He'd done great with our team, says Jameson Gray. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Please do subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. We're on the road to 650k. Thanks everyone who's tuned in. 10 minutes to go. Liverpool are going to be playing Villarreal, and at the moment, Man City are going to be playing Real Madrid. It's rock bottom as a United fan when you're only hoping April is City or the Scousers don't do a treble or worse, is Joshua Bowater. Yeah. All the positivity of Eric Ten Hag doesn't dissuade from the fact that this has been a shit footballing season for Manchester United. And it could get a lot worse. I mean, my theory is aimed at the players, though. They're just absolutely atrocious, aren't they? As a bunch of players this season, they've been embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Llorente's just been booked. He'd missed the next game, but the next game probably isn't going to be in the semi-final. As things stand, 10 minutes to go. Suarez to add some bite. I don't know if he's on yet. I don't know whether he's on yet. He's just about... No, he's not on yet. He's just waiting on the halfway line. Who's the best goalkeeper in the world? Courtois, I think, for me, Oliver. Yeah. I'd like to say it's Ederson or Alisson because I think it's good for the Premier League, but I'd say it's Courtois. It's back 50-50 again. I can't believe this. I mean, it's exciting, but I can't believe the second time in a week we've had a poll where it's 50-50. Kulusevski and Diaz are locked on 50-50 here for best January signing. Amazing. Only on That's Football do you get polls like this. Isa says, this has been one of the worst games of football is what I've watched all season and now I'm a Leeds fan. Lamar's coming off for Suarez. I think really Atletico Madrid have got to be a bit embarrassed with themselves. Darwin Núñez makes it 3-3 for Benfica. Oh no, he's offside. He's offside. Nearly. But yeah, I think Atletico Madrid should have done more. Because Man City really haven't done that much. Lovely finish by Núñez. Oh, it's been given. I think it's going to be given. He knows how to finish, that Núñez, doesn't he? Have they given it or not? Are they going VAR? Well, no, they have given it. They have given it. 3-3. I mean, they may as well have a go here. I mean, it's more exciting. To be fair, I'll give them. Give Benfica a shout out. They've just had another shot there. They've it's been a far more interesting game than this. Man City one. Would you rather have had Conte come in this season and shaking things up, or if the season we've had known we're getting Eric, says Chris? I'd have took Conte because I'm very happy with Eric Ten Hag, but there's no guarantees, isn't it? You know, and this season got written off. And we won't be in the Champions League next year either. So, And we might not be in it next year. Next season we might not qualify either. Benfica are pushing. There's 7 minutes to go. If they got another one, it'd be very interesting. I can't see Atletico Madrid scoring here. But yeah, going back to Atletico Madrid, it's bloody embarrassing. You know, a 0-0 game in a Champions League quarter-final. At home. Mark, it's my 19th birthday in a few hours, says Jack. Well, happy birthday, Jack, for that. I think if Man City played like this in the semi-final, Real Madrid would have a chance, but I think Man City have looked very average tonight, but we know they're not. Ooh, technique on the volley there from Thiago over the bar. Yeah, I don't know what Man City's problem is tonight. Maybe they put so much into Sunday. Maybe that was that. Maybe I don't know. Atletico Madrid have a shot. It deflects over the bar. Please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. I say it because we're getting close to 650k. Another milestone for the community. Everyone's welcome on That's Football. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Uruguay are the dark horses for the World Cup, says Scott. And Conte would make any football team better, really, says Jonathan Mitchell. That poll is still 50-50. I don't think it's going to change. Please do vote in the poll. Who was the best January signing, Diaz or Kulusevski? But I think it's locked in on a 50-50 now. I wonder how long it will take for Scholes, Rooney, Keane, Neville, etc. to say Ten Hag isn't good enough, says Jack. Well, in fairness to them, and I'm sure many of you are the same, if we'd have got Pochettino, how quickly would you have turned on Pochettino when we had one bad result? Because I know I would have done. I'd have said I never wanted him in the first place. I knew this had happened. Remember, a lot of these people don't want Ten Hag. Who is better midfielder, Mark? Thiago from Liverpool or Verratti from PSG? Says Vikrant. Well, I can't do a poll on it, Vikrant, because we've got a poll going on at the moment. Kulusevski's gone back in front with 51%. It's exciting. Hey from Stuttgart, you think you'll do stand-up again? I do, Lloyd. Yeah, I do. I will. Darwin Núñez to United, says Bradley. There'll be a few other clubs who want him, mate, to be honest. Mark, if we get Timber when we hit the post, you can say Timber Bar, says Brian. Uh, 3 minutes to go in Madrid. Where do you reckon Núñez is going to go, says Harris. I actually think he might end up at Atletico Madrid. I've always thought Atletico Madrid. Oh, here we go. Oh my God. The cutback was there and Suarez and everybody else missed it. I thought we were going to get it then. Foden's gone down here. It's all kicking off a little bit. It's all kicking off a bit. Oh, don't you just... What do you think about this? Nathan Ake, one of the shittest signings Man City's ever had. But there's a bit of a fight, so he runs and gets involved. I've seen United players do this. It's almost like, this is my moment. I'm shit on the pitch, but if I get right in amongst it when there's a fight, the fans will love me. I've seen this at United for the last 9 years on a yearly basis. They're fucking shit. But then there's a bit of a fight, so they go and get involved. Look at me, I'm one of you lot. So basically, Foden gets caught. And it's hard to explain. So Foden gets caught off the pitch, and he's lying around off the pitch. Man City players tell him to get on the pitch, and then Atletico Madrid players are pulling him off the pitch. Actually, I think Atletico Madrid are actually right, because Foden was off the pitch when he got injured. So they're trying to say he shouldn't be on the pitch, so the game should carry on. But there's nothing wrong with Foden. This is the whole thing. He's playing. It's the whole Man City thing, playing for time. Storm in a teacup. What I find quite funny is that Atletico Madrid would do exactly the same. It's just it's the same sort of thing that Pep has brought to Man City, isn't it? It's the sort of Spanish way of not play acting. It's what's the word? Clever. We sent somebody off as well now. Referee has sent him off because of the tackle that won him the ball. Well, that's game over, isn't it? That's game over. I haven't seen a replay, so I can't really pass comment on this, but he slides in and wins the ball. But he's won the ball first. You can. I don't know. I don't know what people think in the chat here. But it's game over for Atletico Madrid. Felipe's off. Ooh, I don't know what he does. I don't know. I don't know what Felipe does to get sent off there. He wins the ball and doesn't. And the connection on Foden is, you can't even see he's done it. I don't agree with that, but whatever. I don't think it's going to make a massive amount on the difference anyway, on the result. Albert says he kicks him afterwards. Well, you're watching something in slow motion, mate. I don't think he can intentionally tackle the ball and then kick Foden afterwards. He definitely connects with him afterwards, but I think it's very difficult to say that that's been done deliberate. I think that I've just put a tweet out that will do well. People are talking about a headbutt. I mean, did we see a headbutt? I don't know. I've seen the follow through. I don't think it was. I don't think you can. I don't think in slow motion you can ever judge anything. I don't really think it was a. I thought it was a very good tackle, and on the follow through, he's unfortunately caught Foden. I don't think there was any intent there, and I don't think it was reckless. I think it was absolutely fine, and I don't think it was a second yellow. But I think Pep Guardiola. I don't think Atletico Madrid can moan too much because it's very much the way. It's what they would do. It's the Spanish way. I'm not being derogatory towards La Liga, but anybody who watches La Liga or supports a La Liga team knows that there's a lot of this sort of behaviour. And Man City have benefited from it. I don't think there is a follow through, but I'm sorry, you're not gonna convince me on it. And I think it's great that there's difference of opinion. That's what the whole point of doing this channel is all about. But I don't think it was a second yellow. I don't think it was. I don't even know if he gave him a second yellow. Did he give him a straight red? Maybe VAR had looked at it on slow mo. That can happen a lot. Somebody said Benfica nearly made it 4-3. He's offside. He's offside there, Nunez. He's offside. Gundogan with the chance. They've just missed it. There's still 4 minutes to go in this. 9 minutes of added time. Atletico Madrid are down to 10 men. Kulusevski's won the vote. I'm going to end the poll. Best January signing is Kulusevski with 51% and Diaz got 49%. So 14,000 of you voted on that. So fantastic poll again. Throat sounds a bit croaky, Mark. It is, Oscar. It needs another rest. Give it another rest. Liverpool go through 3-3. The scoreline tonight. 6-4 on aggregate. I think Benfica will be happy with that. I think Jurgen Klopp will be very happy with that. He's had to use only half of his first team, really. And to be fair, the Liverpool-Benfica game, which was over, has been a much better game of football than the Man City-Atletico Madrid game. And what a crap game of football. 1-0 in the first leg and then 0-0. I mean, it's just an absolute... You just cannot be critical of Simeone's football enough. It's just crap. Do you think the final will be City versus Liverpool? I do. ABC. I said that last night. I do think it will be Liverpool versus City in the final. And actually, I think if you're not a United fan, it would be a very interesting final. It's just a nightmare final for me. I mean, literally, yeah, it's a horrible situation. Anyway, Atletico Madrid have got a chance to whip a free kick in here. It is relatively close. Who knows? 2 minutes to go. Ooh! Edison palms it away. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't want Man City to win, but can I just say this wholeheartedly? I really hope Atletico Madrid don't score, because I just couldn't put up with half an hour of Atletico Madrid parking the bus for penalties. So I'm sort of hoping that Man City just win this job now. And then maybe Real Madrid can win it in the semi-final. Yeah, fair play to Benfica. They made a game of it. Liverpool just a little bit too good for them. I'm not a City fan, no. I just don't want another half an hour of this. They love Simeone though, don't they? I mean, I just think Atletico Madrid, your football's so boring. Apparently Cancelo misses the first leg now. I don't know whether that's true or not. There's no goal here. There's no goal. Simeone's just applauding the referee, I think, ironically. He's on the pitch at the moment. I don't know what Simeone's up to. Oh, he's going to book Simeone, the referee, now. All a little bit embarrassing. I don't know what's going on here. He's got a yellow card. Pep looking suave in his roll neck anyway. So Real Madrid will play Man City and Liverpool will play Villarreal. Serie A against Premier League. We've not had the final whistle yet. Sorry, La Liga. Again, I always get Serie A mixed up with La Liga. I don't know why. Blame it on the paracetamol. Still got about a minute to go here. Man City taking their time. I mean, one thing I would say about Man City is that they've done something that they're not really that appreciated for, which is just defensively shut it down. They've adapted to the opposition and sort of played them at their own game, really. Slowed the game down, took the fouls, time wasted at times, and it's worked. Although Suarez was nearly in there, they're still on the attack. Still on the attack. Oh, Edison saves it. Oh, a chance there for Atletico Madrid. Right at the end. He's not blown the whistle yet. I think he's scared to blow the whistle, the ref. I think you've got to score here, haven't you? It comes down. Is it Suarez who gets the shot? Does it drop to Suarez? And that's it. Final whistle. Man City have won. Simeone walks on the pitch applauding. One of the most boring quarterfinals I've ever watched. 1-0. Kevin De Bruyne's goal seems a long time ago last week now. And Man City go and huddle. And Atletico Madrid don't look very happy. But Man City march on to the semi-final. Yeah, I think it'd be just an awful game. Awful game of football, really. I suppose it shows you potential Man City's vulnerabilities, but did Man City just adapt to what was in front of them, which was a bag of shit? I think against Real Madrid it'll be a much more open game, really. So we'll see. I'd still say against Real Madrid, I'd fancy Man City because it'll be more open. But Real Madrid are a lot better than Atletico Madrid. So if Man City play like that, you just don't know. I think City did deserve it over the two games because I think Atletico Madrid were poor. But there you go. Thanks everybody for watching. I look forward to Real Madrid against Man City actually, because at least it'll be a little bit more open. I mean, Atletico Madrid, I mean, we got knocked out by them and they didn't even smash us. Thanks everyone for watching anyway. My throat made it through, that's the big thing. And we will be back, of course. We've got some big watch-alongs at the weekend. Man City against Liverpool in the FA Cup semi-final. Chelsea against Crystal Palace in the FA Cup semi-final. This time next week, I think we've got Chelsea against Arsenal in the league. So lots to look forward to. Thanks everyone for watching. And make sure you subscribe. We're very close to 650k. And 2 La Liga clubs, 2 Premier League clubs. Real Madrid will play Man City and Villarreal will play Liverpool. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care.